Let's learn about the metric system. The metric system is a unit of measure or the units of measure that is used by most of the world, with the exception of America and a few other small countries. So the metric system uses the powers of 10 to differentiate between each unit identified. Um, our metric system starts in the center, which is your base unit, and we've got different kinds of measurements. So we've got meters, and meters are used to measure a length. Then we've got liters, which is used to measure capacity or volume. And then we've got gram, which is used to measure mass, which you tend to use the word weight for it, but the correct word is mass. So in the center of your system, you have your unit, whether it's meters, liters, or grams. You can see it here in the blue, right? Then to the right of them, you have deci, centi, milli, and to the left, you have deca, hecto, kilo. What's important for you to know is the direction in which you move. So if you are getting smaller, you are going towards the right. If I use the one on the screen that's printed, then getting smaller means going from the bottom up. From kilo to millimeter means you're taking a big piece and you're cutting it into smaller pieces. Whereas going from milli to kilo is making it bigger. I prefer to do it left to right, right to left. It's just easier to use. So what is the relationship between each? We're saying that it's a base unit of 10. That means that if I wanted to go from meter to decimeter, I would multiply by 10. From deci to centi, I would multiply by 10. From centi to milli, I would multiply by 10. That in the same way, from deca to meters, it's times 10. And therefore, everything on this table is times 10. But what happens if I jump over 2? Let's say I went from kilo to deca. So from kilo to deca is 2 tens, right? 10 times 10, so it's times 100. So now notice there are 2 zeros. From kilo to meter, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. So times 1,000. And so on and so on. So in our syllabus, you don't need to know this one and this one and this one off by heart, but I am putting it in there because it's easier for you to understand where the kilo stands, because kilo is 1,000 and milli is 1,000. Hectare is 1,000 and 100, and centi is 100. Deca and deci are both 100. So let's see if we can answer some questions. Over here we have example number 1. It's asking us to convert 8 kiloliters into plain liters. Now, if I was to write my relationship, I would write kilo, hectare, deci, liters, then deci, centi, milli. So I want to go from kilo to liters, which is 1, 2, 3. 3 hops, right? But let's follow the steps they're giving us on the screen. So the first thing they're saying to us is, are the units going smaller or larger? Kilo is bigger than liters, so we are going smaller in that direction. Can you see? Next question, do we multiply or divide? If we are going that way, it's times. If you're going that way, it is divide. So we are gonna multiply. Now you're gonna write an equivalent statement saying 1 kiloliter is 1,000. That's 3 zeros. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1,000 liters. So we're gonna multiply this 8 by this 1,000. 8 times 1,000 equals 8,000. So 8 kiloliters is 8,000 liters. Let's do the exact same thing, but this time let's use this conversion of 240 centigrams to just plain grams. So from centigrams to plain grams, it's now no longer liters, now it's grams. The first question is, are we going smaller or are we going larger? And the answer is we are going larger. We are making it bigger. Do we multiply or divide? Larger means we divide. Can you write an equivocal statement? So we are going to say that a centi, or should we write the centi or should we write the gram? Let's write the gram. We'll write the left before. 1 gram is equal to 100 centigrams. Okay, so that means we are going to divide 240 by 100. So 240 divided by 100 gives us, now when we do this division, it's important for you to remember that you are moving the zero, right? So technically my comma is there. I'm moving the 0 2 spaces. So it's going to go 1, 2. So this ends up being 2,40 grams, or 2,4 grams. Let's try another example. Example number 2, convert 140 kilometers to centimeters. Now again, the first thing that we want to do is we want to write out our table. So we start with kilo, then we've got hectare, deca. In this case, we're using meters. So this is our unit. Then we've got deci, centi, milli. Now, we are going to go, are we going smaller or are we going larger? So we are going from kilo to centi in that direction. So we are going smaller. Do we multiply or divide? Smaller means multiply. Here is a model that they give us. This is very good for you to memorize. If you have this down, always write it down and then you're good to go. So we're saying from kilo to centi. This is exactly the same thing as what I've got on the top. What are we going to multiply by? We are going to go 1, 2, 3 units to get to plain meters, and then 1, 2 to get to centimeters. So this over here is going to be multiply by 1,000, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros, and this is multiplied by 100, which is 2 zeros. In total, we have 5 zeros. So here we say 140 multiplied by 1,000 multiplied by 100 gives you 14 million centimeters. Now let's do 4,806 milliliters to liters. Again, the question that we start off with is, do we go larger or do we go smaller? So we are going from milli to plain old liters. This is no longer meters, but now it's liters. So that means we are going in this direction. That direction means bigger. Since we're going bigger, we're going larger, we are going to divide. That direction is divide. Now we're going to say 4,806, and we're dividing by what? So according to this, this is 1, 2. So we divide by 100. From milliliters to plain liters, it is 1, 2. 1, 2. So that means, from milliliters, not from centi. 1, 2, 3, that is 1,000. So 4,806 divided by 1,000, 1, 2, 3 zeros, because there are 1, 2, 3 hops. Remember, deci is in between here. That gives me my comma, which is technically there, must move 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. So I end up having 4,806 liters. Now, please notice that in America, they use a decimal comma to separate the thousands. We do not do that. So this number I would write as 4 space 806. And this number I would write as 4,806. Those two are different. Okay, so this is our introduction for me explaining it. In our next video, I'll show you what we're going to do in the next video. In our next video, we're going to do some guided practice. So meet me back for this one in the next one. Okay, bye.